Hi besties, and welcome to my channel. So first off, look at my cute jersey that my boyfriend got me. It's got Tom and Jerry on it, and I am absolutely obsessed. But now that we have that out of the way, we are back in Tartosa, and we are building a Greek-inspired villa. This is the build that I have been waiting for. I am so excited. This is a two-parter. Today we are doing the exterior and the entire gardening. So tomorrow it's just going in and just decorating this build. She took me forever. Like like forever. And she came out amazing. It was worth every minute. So with that being said, let's jump into the speed build. So this villa is basically built for my friend Forgetful Simmer over on Twitter. Also, he's starting streaming tomorrow Sims for content on Twitch, so please make sure to go check them out. Their name on there is also Forgetful Simmer. I will link it down below if you are interested. But yeah, so this is for the Twitter family. I am part of it. And there's so much drama going on. Now, this is a vacation home for one of the Sims is getting married. So yeah, this is kind of just built for them. And I absolutely loved it. It was so fun. This is a rental property, obviously, but you can change it into a residential home if that is something that you are interested in. I think I have an eyelash in my eye. Why does this always happen when I want to record? Every time, like the rest of the day, everything is just fine. But no, no. We need a lash in our eye right about now. Now, this house was kind of difficult trying to figure out where I want things to be. I did have a reference photo and I kind of borrow a lot from that. Now, my reference photo didn't really have any interior. It was this little archway here with two doors and then like a beautiful garden setting. I think part of the outside as well. I can't remember. But I think I do take part of like the back. And yeah, but most of the general shape you will see I'm going to be playing around, trying to figure out how I want certain things to be, where I want certain things to be, how big do I want things to be, like this little bump out here. Now it is quite small, so we do make that quite a lot larger. We have, I think it's 4 bedrooms, all in all, but they are quite spread apart, and I don't know. I love the way that this build came out. I have never played in this world before until I built a Greek-inspired house like 2 weeks ago. That video I will be linking up here if you have not seen that. It's really good, so make sure to go and check that out. Now we're going in with roofing. I still didn't know where I really wanted things to go, how I wanted this patio to look, so you will see that it is still completely unfinished and unfurnished, but the reference photo had like kind of like the half walls as we have now, and then it's like a roof piece that's a little bit lower. So that's what I'm trying to mimic there. I think it came out really nice. I start off by painting the roof red, but we do change it to blue. The reference photo was red, but I just wasn't vibing with it, so we do change that. You can see that I am just adding another little patio space. I wanted this roof to wrap around, and by adding those archways, it just made that possible for me. And you can see the outside of the home, how it's starting to to come together. I am just placing some ceilings so that you don't just see the underside of like roofs, because it does look really ugly in The Sims We don't have any wooden paneling. It's just like a gap of nothingness. Now I am going around and I'm trying to figure out the floor plan. This entire build is just the exterior, part of the exterior, because in my furnishing, like obviously while I furnish the exterior parts, I do change some things, but we do the full gardening. I do my floor plan. Things do change, but generally this is kind of what it is going to look like. I wasn't vibing with those blue doors. Those blue doors were from Cats and Dogs, but they just weren't the vibe. So we had to go and we changed that to the Machino doors. I've been using them quite a lot these days. They are really good. They are quite tall and they sliding doors, and I think they're quite modern. In the past, I never used to use them a lot, actually. It's only been the last couple of days, and I'm really not complaining. So this area that we did now, that is the lounge. I really wanted two arch doors going into the kitchen area. That massive space there, that becomes kitchen and dining. We also have like a scullery that we kind of block off. I'm trying to figure out where I wanted the stairs to go, but as you can see, I'm having some complications because of platforms. Platforms in The Sims, they're kind of broken. So even though this is in a separate room, because there's a platform on the other room, my staircase just constantly wants to click onto the platform, and it's very frustrating. It's very, very, very frustrating. I'm also trying to figure out how do I want this space to be laid out, because it's very big. I thought that by adding archways that can kind of open up the space, we can make this kind of like a sunroom. So we add a big, massive window so that the sun can just go in there, but it is kind of also a little bit diluted by our archways. I mean, I do feel like it gets quite hot here in Tartosa. It just looks like a very, very warm world, so I thought that that would be nice. It looks cute. This is upstairs. Now, I had kind of a little bit of a problem. I was like, how am I going to lay this out? I wanted multiple bedrooms. I wanted a study, and I also wanted a couple of bathrooms. So this is the layout that I came up with. So we have two bedrooms. We have this little indent that goes into a tiny study. That's the part with the archway. And then we have two bathrooms. One is an ensuite bathroom, and one is a bathroom that leads into the hallway. That one unfortunately doesn't have any windows. I don't really like doing that, but it's fine for this build. The bathroom still came out really beautifully, and in the end I didn't really mind this entire massive space here. So this is the main or the master suite, depending on, I don't know what you want to call it, but it's the main bedroom. It's very big, it's very luxurious. They have their own ensuite toilet, they have their own little entrance, so you can enter this room from both sides, from inside of the house or from that, from the pool area, if you just want to go out back. I don't know. It's really cute. I was also really frustrated. So here you can see I'm kind of built the house facing that road area. Now this is what I hate about The Sims. I thought that was the front of the house because that part connects to the road. But no, it's the back. It's the back. Your Sims is not going to spawn there. They spawn at the little staircase, but there's a massive grass patch in front of it, and it is so frustrating. It's so frustrating. To the point of where I actually had to put this build down for like 2 to 3 days, which is fine. It also gave me a little bit of time to reflect on what I actually wanted. And then I came back and then I just made the changes. I do feel like sometimes when you struggle with builds, just stepping back, leave it for like a couple of hours or even a day or two. Coming back, you really see all the differences. Sometimes even if I don't like a build because I've been staring at it too long and I come back, I like it for some reason. So that also happens. So sometimes it just needs to cook, like soup or a good stew. Now, I'm trying to figure out my doors. All these doors change. I actually use the big doors that came with this pack. I think it's been a while since I actually built this. So yeah, we go in with those archways, but I am quite up with those sliding doors from Machino, but I am actually 100% sure that I do change them to those to the actual wooden massive doors that came with this pack. Now I am trying to figure out my window layout. Those three windows that I placed up here, those Machino windows, they change, they become doors. And I kind of use a mixture of my Wedding Stories windows and the Machino windows. I don't think I use anything else. I use archways from Cats and Dogs. But yeah, so here I decided to just make it a door of like arch of the Machino doors. It looks like one massive sliding door. I did the same in the bedroom that also leads out onto that same patio. There's a lot of patio spaces here as well. We have the two patios on top, then we have another massive patio downstairs. I don't think we do this in this video, but you will definitely see it in tomorrow's video. And now, yeah, we're just figuring out windows. This entire area changes. I put in these Machino windows, but in hindsight, they looked really bad on top, and I didn't really want them there. It changed the entire look of the house. So I go back and I just change that. I change all of the windows on top to my Wedding Story windows, and it really works and it looks a lot better. I add this little trellis, like this fence, and then I go in with the, I think this is from that free kit that we got, the Desert Oasis or something kit. And then I just place that on top of that, kind of like those with the beams, and it's supporting it. And it looks amazing. I put plants all over this place though. Like, this entire exterior of this build basically just consists out of planting. Now, here we go getting to like my favorite part. So I am laying some paving. Now, in the photo that we had, they were like these mermaids and fish. That was different bricks. So I'm trying to mimic that by just going in with the black brick and paint. And I'm kind of trying to mimic what they did. So don't judge me for what I am painting here. It looks a lot like what they did. Now, unfortunately, the game obviously deleted my terrain pane, so I had to go in, and so the end result does look a little bit different. So this is a dolphin that I'm painting now, by the way. I don't know. I see a dolphin, but I think I see a dolphin because I painted it, but I'm not sure. And that jellyfish turns into a sun. It just does. It's a sun. It's not a jellyfish anymore in the actual build. And I want this courtyard to be overplanted. The reference photo had a lot of plants, and it also had this little fountain there. The fountain wasn't exactly the same as that, but that fountain comes with the vampire pack, but I still liked it. I think the blue in it just works, and it was the right amount of color that we needed for this build. And then we go in and we just add a lot of plants. I go kind of crazy, but it works. It works. We don't have in the actual landscaping of this, I go a lot like very natural, very much like they worked around what was in the world itself. So I really, really, really wanted the actual plants to be in like pot plants or things like that. I don't know, that was the idea that I was going for. I'm also blocking off this courtyard, so you can see already that I swapped the lot. This is when I realized, oh, okay, so this is actually the front. So the lot has been flipped around, and now I'm just trying to get a gate. I wasn't too sure at this point how I wanted the outside garden layout to be yet. But I really liked that blue brick. That is from it's from one of the kits. It's like that cottage kit. I think it's the first one that we ever got, the kitchen kit. And yeah, we're just going in and we're just painting another mermaid. This is like King Triton, I guess. Those three little horns. That's a crown. It's difficult painting in the Sims game. The brush is only so big, and it only allows it to go that small. So it was very difficult. But all in all, I like it. Oh, and then around it, those are sea turtles. Those are sea turtles. He's got sea turtles around him. It's really, really, really cute. And then we just go in and we just add some more plants. We just fill this out. What is this Greek villa going to be without a fountain? We had a lot of fountains. All of the Greek villas that I saw on the Google gave me just fountains galore. Fountains everywhere. I don't know. I've never been to Greece, but apparently there's a lot of fountains. If you know, leave a comment down below. Maybe my Google Images was quite wrong. And now we're just adding all of these flower ivy, and this is where the outside of the house becomes my favorite. This is where I decide that this is where I want to live one day. This is where I'm going to grow old. This is where I'm going to retire and start just expand on my cat family. Now, because this is on the edge and not the front of the lot, I went into debug and I got the stone wall that we had, and I'm just lining it up so that it looks like this is one massive wall. It looks a lot better. I just don't know why they just didn't do this from the start. Come on, Sims team. What's your life choices? There's nothing that you can go to that side in any case, from what I can see. So, yeah, I don't know. Just cover that shit up. Now, we are just adding some more ivy, because if you don't know what to do with yourself, just cover everything up with plants. At this point, I was actually supposed to figure out the layout of my garden, but yeah, as you can see, this is my coping mechanism. I was still mentally trying to figure out am I going to do, because this lot is massive. And this house is massive, and I also really badly wanted to start decorating, but because of the way that I knew that I wanted to edit this video, I couldn't. So I couldn't distract myself by going inside and just placing some furniture. So yeah, this is the reasoning for all the ivy flowers. But it was very, very... What is the word? Therapeutic. Yeah, it was very therapeutic. I do recommend. It gave me a lot of time to think on what I wanted in this game. I make it sound very dramatic. And it was, at this point of my life, it honestly was. Maybe a part of the drama was also because I was watching some Disney Plus. And yeah, I don't know, some old Disney Channel series, and we all know how dramatic that can be. I was watching some Sweet Life of Zack and Cody because, I don't know, just really wanted to rewatch it. And it's really funny. Some of the things are very problematic, and then it's like, ooh, why are you like this? But some of the things is still quite relevant and really, really, really funny, and it really just amped up the drama in me creating this build. So the front of the house, I was like, okay, listen. We have too much of this flower ivy going on here. We need something else. We need to break the monotony. So we go in with this, I think it's grapevines. So we go in with these grapevines. They do clip into the wall at some spaces, but never fear. We do cover that up. There's no evidence of any clipping whatsoever. And we love that. Now we're going finally into the rest of the backyard. And I'm like, okay, let's get started. Let's make this into a massive courtyard. That way we can block this entire part off. That's immediately my thought. And this spot here is absolutely stunning once we are finished. But that will be finished tomorrow. It's a beautiful, like, hot spring situation going on here. It's very nice. That's just a little tease. And then I didn't want to go in and change all the platforms of like those pillars and this little balcony thing going on here. What we already have on the inside, it was like, I'm not gonna touch this build. So we have little steps going down, like downwards, and I'm completely fine with it. It adds height to this build, it adds depth, it makes it actually look more fancy. Platforming is fancy, okay? I mean, it's extra steps that you have to pay in for real world as well. So yeah, it just looks nice. It just looks nice. And now we're just adding all of these plants. I think we're finally going to go into debug and start decorating. Oh yeah, there you can see. I did change the doors. I did change the doors to the My Wedding Story doors. And there's like a random like yill on the side of this lot that you can't edit. That's one of the creators put there. It's literally like a terrain tool, like yill, just there. It's very weird. And this is the pool. Now this fountain on top of the pool, this is very extra. And I am aware of that. I'm also aware that it doesn't necessarily go with my build, and that is fine. It's fine. I like it. It is the right amount of just extravagance that we need. I've never used this fountain before, and I've always wanted to use it. And I just feel like this is the perfect situation. And now that I have explained myself, I don't want to hear about it because I think it looks cool. My boyfriend already told me how extra it is and I should remove it. And I was just like, no, she will not be removed. I stand by this fountain. She's amazing. And I'm glad that I didn't. Now, this little nookie there, as you can see that I kind of stopped my tiling halfway in. That is going to be like a cute, yeah, this little spot where I'm adding all those debug plants now. That's going to be like an outside cinema. It's really cute. I wanted that to be part of like for the children, because they are children in the family, and also if you want to download this, you know, kids friendly, it's all about the children, as they keep on saying. And now we're just filling everything up with some tropical plants. These are beautiful plants that I'm placing now. This is from Jungle Adventure. It's from Jungle Adventure. As well as the Monstera, but if you are new to my channel, I'm very sorry. I place those delicious monster plants like everywhere. I'm fucking obsessed. They are beautiful, and they are the moment, and we have to show them that they are the moment. And here I just needed something else. Yeah. So we add a fence. I extend that little blue part, that blue brick situation that we have going on there, and then we just add some lavender. Things are really coming along here. We add some more lavender bushes around this floral situation. Now we just have to go in with some extra paving, make everything connect, and make the lot look beautiful and stunning and amazing. Just blend everything in with these beautiful sand colors. There's nothing more that irritates me than if the world does not blend. Now, we are reaching the end of the build. I'm not going to show you around because I don't have an empty shell of this. But make sure to check in tomorrow and then I will show you this build. Now, thank you so much for joining me on this video. And also, I completely forgot. So last week we got a new kit. Well, 2 new kits. So, I don't know. I think I'm going to give them away. So leave a comment down below if you would like to enter. It's only going to be available this week. Yeah, and also you'll only be able to comment on this video. It just makes it easier for me when it comes to the actual drawing of the competition. So yeah, please just make sure to comment. What are we commenting today? Let's comment Merlin. Comment Merlin down below. And then I hope to see you all again tomorrow. Bye bye.